Good morning, good morning, good morning. You can start your screen sharing for us, please. Thank you.
Oh, are you able to hear me?
I see it. Can you please go into full screen? There we go. Fantastic.
But are you able to hear me?
Yes, your voice is coming through strongly.
Okay, all right.
All right, we've got about 2.5 minutes left. I'm just going to quickly set up the YouTube and all those kind of things, and I'll speak with you just now.
All right, no problem.
Okay, teacher, please stand by for us.
Okay.
And 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to my class. My name is Kay, and I am your English teacher for grade 9. Thank you for joining me, and let's get started. All right, so today we are doing writing summary techniques, okay? So we are doing summary writing techniques. Yesterday we started with summary writing, so today we are focusing on the writing techniques. Okay. All right, so by the end of the lesson, you will learn how to write your own summary using summary writing techniques. Right, so yesterday, what we did, we defined a summary. We spoke about the purpose of a summary and how it should look like, okay? So we said a summary, it is a short overview of the main points of a text, okay? We said the purpose of a summary is to quickly give the reader or the listener an idea of what the text is all about, okay? We also said that summaries are shorter than the source, okay? And they capture the same message as the original text, but without using the same words, okay? So we did all of those things yesterday. Today, I am going to teach you how to do the actual summary, okay? So the first thing that you do, you read the text, okay? And remember, I said yesterday, you must read it at least three times. Sorry, you must read it at least 3 times. And that way, you are able to summarize something that you actually understand, okay? Right, so once you're done reading, you need to think about the purpose of the text, okay? You need to ask yourself, what is the writer's purpose in writing the text, okay? Once you know that, you go to the main ideas and sorry, you go to the main ideas and you actually see what is important. Once you've found what is important, you rewrite the main ideas in complete sentences and in your own words, okay? Right. So now let's move on to the actual summary techniques, okay? So I've told you how to summarize, but I haven't shared the summary techniques, okay? I'm about to do that with you right now. Forgive my voice, guys, today I'm not feeling so well. Right, so one of the techniques that we use when summarizing is paraphrasing, okay? I'm sure that you guys have heard the word paraphrasing before, okay? So paraphrasing means to completely and correctly express other people's ideas, but in your own words, okay? An example would be, Willy Wonka was known throughout the world because people enjoyed eating the tasty candy he made, okay? So just think about that for a second and how you would actually summarize that in your own words. Okay, so I said, Willy Wonka was famous for his delicious candy. Children and adults loved it, okay? So instead of saying he was known throughout the world, I used the word famous because it means the same thing, okay? And instead of saying people enjoyed eating, we said children and adults, because children and adults are also people, okay? Instead of using tasty candy, I said delicious candy. The main point is that these two sentences, they mean the same thing, but I've used different words to say the same thing, okay? So that is what we mean or what we do when it comes to paraphrasing, right? Secondly, you must use synonyms or synonymous phrases, okay? So this is very similar to what we have done with paraphrasing, okay? So here we said he cooked a delicious meal, okay? And then we said the same thing, but we used a different word, but that means the same thing, okay? Instead of saying delicious, we said tasty. Tasty and delicious are synonyms, okay? By that we mean there are words that mean the same thing, okay? So he cooked a delicious meal, he cooked a tasty meal, same thing, just different words, okay? The other thing that she can do is to change the structure of simple sentences, okay? So instead of saying my brother has an appreciation of modern art, you can just say my brother appreciates modern art, okay? You've managed to get rid of has and of, okay? And we've changed that to my brother appreciates modern art, okay? And that's supposed to be number 3, so sorry, I see that it's number 4, okay? Right, the other technique that you use is to turn complex sentences into simple sentences, okay? An example would be, she received a welcome that was as cold as ice, okay? So we changed that into a simple sentence to, she received a cold welcome, okay? Same thing, you see that? Right. Then finally, what you can do is to combine the sentences, okay? So as you see on your screen, you have hurry up. If you don't, you will miss the bus. You can just combine that entire sentence into hurry up or you will miss the bus, okay? Hurry up or you will miss the bus. Instead of hurry up, if you don't, you will miss the bus. These two sentences, they still mean the same thing. Sorry about that. Okay, so here are your techniques when it comes to summarizing, okay? We said we have paraphrasing, and I gave you an example when it comes to paraphrasing. And I said you can also use synonyms or synonymous phrases. And then I gave you examples. And I also said that you can change the structure of simple sentences. Okay, I will take your questions towards the end. For now, can I please just continue with the lesson? And don't worry, I will take your hands at the end of the lesson, okay? And I said you can change the structure of simple sentences, or you can turn complex sentences into simple sentences, or you can just combine the sentences, okay? Right. Okay, so I want us to just get the hang of summarizing, okay? So we are going to practice using nursery rhymes, okay? Is there anyone who would like to volunteer to read for us this one nursery rhyme? It's just like a few lines. Is there anyone who would like to volunteer to read? You can respond on our chat box if you would like to read, or you can just raise your hand. Okay. All right, I don't see anyone, so I'll just read myself. Okay, this is a very popular nursery rhyme, and I'm sure that you guys are familiar with it, okay? It says, the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout, down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain, and the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again. Okay, so my question for you is, what does this nursery rhyme tell us? Just in one sentence. You can type your answer in our chat box, or you can raise your hand and I will unmute you and you can share your answer with us. So what does this nursery rhyme tell you? Okay. I said just write what you think. So another person could say, a spider fell but got up again. You see how simple is that? Yulisa said the spider has gone through a lot, but the spider doesn't give up. Okay, correct. It tells you not to give up easy. Okay, so don't make it so complicated, guys. Sorry. Don't make it so complicated and, try to look for, okay, my computer is acting up as well. This is not the one that I'm looking for. Okay, yeah. Don't make it so complicated for you. Just the first thing that comes to mind, okay? You don't have to make it sound so profound and everything. Just the first thing that comes to mind when you hear this nursery rhyme or when you read it, okay? So for me, it's simply about a spider that fell but got up again. Just as simple as that, okay? Let's try the second one, okay? Is there anyone who would like to read this one? Anyone who would like to read this nursery rhyme? Okay. Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to give the poor dog a bone. When she came there, the cupboard was bare, and so the poor dog had none. Okay, what's the first thing that comes to mind? First thing that comes to mind, guys, from what I've just read. Okay. So for me, it's an old woman who had no food to feed her dog. It's just about an old woman who had no food to feed her dog. As you can see, old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to give the poor dog a bone. But when she came there, the cupboard was bare, and so the poor dog had none. So basically, it's just about an old woman who had no food to feed her dog, okay? Just don't try and overthink it so much, guys, okay? These are not exams yet, okay? All right. Okay. Oh, I'm only seeing your messages now. Tabile, she wanted to give the dog something to eat, but there was nothing to give, which is absolutely correct. Well done, Tabile. Sihle Ngubane said the old mother had no food to give her dog, so the dog had none to eat, which is very correct. That's exactly what I'm looking for, guys. Just tell me what you think, you know, so that I know that where you're at. Okay, let's try this one. Is there anyone who would like to read this one? No one? Okay, Sihle. Okay, I will unmute Sihle. Yeah.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good, thanks. Are you ready to read for us?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, please go for it.
Little Miss Muffet, she sat on her tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider, who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away.
Thank you so much, Sihle. That was brilliant.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, so guys, what do you think? What do you think? What's the first thing that comes to mind? Okay. Let's see what you guys have. Katlego said, Miss Muffet is terrified of spiders. That's correct. A woman was trying to eat her food, but was frightened away by a spider. Very correct. Miss Muffet is scared of spiders. That is correct. The lady was frightened by a spider. That is correct. Brilliant, guys. You're doing well. Okay. How do we get here? Okay, a spider scared. I said to me, the first thing that came to mind is that a spider scared away a girl. Okay, which is the same thing that you guys said, that she's scared of spiders and she was trying to eat, but then a spider, you know, came up. Okay. All right. So I see that you guys have the ability to summarize. I just don't want you guys to be scared. Please don't be scared to share your answers with me. I'm here to help you and not to judge you guys, okay? So before we start, is there any volunteers for the small passage that we're going to read? Is there anyone who would like to read for us? Sihle, do you mind reading for us again? Okay. All right. I'll give you an opportunity to read right after I have explained, okay? All right. So I want you to imagine yourself writing an exam, and you are on section C and you are asked to write a summary. Remember, I told you to bring your book or pen and paper because today we are going to be doing a little bit of writing, okay? So imagine yourself being in the exam room and you are answering section C, question 5, okay? Question 5 says, read the passage text E below and list 7 points on how to encourage yourself positively, okay? And remember, I said yesterday, okay, Bongi, I hope you are raising your hand to volunteer to read for us. Okay, remember I said yesterday, you need to pay attention to the instructions, okay? So the instructions here say, list your 7 points in full sentences, use your own words as far as possible, number your sentences from 1 to 7, write only 1 point per sentence, write each sentence on a new line. Your 7-point summary should be no more than 50 to 60 words long, okay? Indicate the total number of your words you have used in brackets at the end of your summary. Okay. Remember, I told you to, when you are done writing, you need to calculate and write the number of words on your right-hand side of the page. Okay. Okay, let's have a look at the, okay, there we go. Can you guys see the question paper? If you can, just type yes in our chat box so that I know that everybody can see it. All right, okay, awesome. Okay, so is Bongi the one who is going to be reading for us? Okay, let's unmute Bongi. Hi, Bongi.
Ma'am,
How are you?
good, and you?
Good, thanks. Are you reading for us?
I don't think so.
You don't think so, but you had raised your hand earlier on. Okay, do you want to read?
I raised my hand because I wanted to read the intro, instructions.
Okay, but I've already read the instructions. Do you want to read the passage? It's not difficult, I promise you. Do you want to read the passage?
No.
Okay, all right, we'll pick Cece then. Cece? Okay, what is happening? All right, Cece,
Hello?
are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, okay. Can you see the passage?
Yes, I can see it.
All right, please go for it. And make sure you raise your tone a bit, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Positive self-talk. Positive self-talk helps you tap into your inner strengths. We all have inner strengths. Positive self-talk is about using your mind in the way you want to help yourself. It helps us to decide how we will react to stress. When we do the opposite, negative thinking, we create more stress for ourselves. It is important to be positive every day. You may even want to make positive statements about yourself on a daily basis. For example, you could say out loud, "All is well, so I need not feel so afraid. I am a good person." Alternative, you could make a recording of calming music, which you could play to yourself in stressful times. Not only should you speak positively about yourself, but it is also helpful to picture yourself in a positive light instead of reading the test. Picture the teacher marking your test and being impressed by how well you did. Of course, you do not have to prepare for the test first.
Cece, of course you do have to prepare.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Okay.
Of course, you do have to prepare for the test first, though. Think back on things you have done well in before. Remind yourself of past successes. Perhaps you did well in a task or played very well in a sports match. Remind yourself of this by saying something like, "I did well in the last task, so I am sure I can do it again." Consider the bigger picture too. In other words, will it matter in 5 years' time, or will the world stop turning if it does or does not happen? Work on the things that you can control and let the rest go.
Thank you so much, Cece. We appreciate it.
Okay, it's a pleasure.
All right. So I'm just gonna give you guys 4 to 5 minutes. I want you to have a look at the passage and just go through it again yourself. And then I want you to attempt summarizing it following the instructions. So you are required to list 7 points. So you're gonna have number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay? And so you are going to summarize this in 7 points, okay? So it's up to you what you want to start with, okay? You don't have to start with the first paragraph or, you know, start with the and end with the last one. It's up to you how you want to do it, okay? But make sure that you are using it in 7 points, okay? So you're gonna have number 1 to 7, and then you are going to summarize this entire thing in 7 points, okay? Right, and your time starts now, okay? If there's anything that you don't understand regarding the instructions, please let me know. And please write neatly, guys, as if you were writing in an exam room, okay? For now, you don't have to do your draft. Remember, I said yesterday, you need to have your first draft before you write your final summary. So I don't want that today. I just want you to just give me your first draft. And if you're finished, you can just type done on our chat box. Then I will know that you are finished. And also remember, I said that you need to summarize something that you understand. So Sifia only read once for us, okay? When you're writing exams, there won't be somebody to read for you. You are going to have to read the passage yourself, okay? So just to make sure that you know what you are about to summarize, at least read it 3 times or 2 times, depending on yourself, whether you are feeling comfortable with what you are reading, okay? Is there anyone who's finished? I see yes from a couple of people. Are you guys saying yes to being finished? Or are you saying yes to something else? Are you guys finished though? We need some more time. I don't expect it to be perfect because you know, we don't have enough time to make sure that, you know, you summarize it properly and stuff. But for now, I just want to see how roughly you would try to summarize this. Oh, okay, you're saying yes to something else. I see that. Are you guys still busy? Okay. I think I saw a hand. Is it for being finished or for something else? All right, guys, you have 1 more minute, and then we're going to have to talk about the summary. And please don't cheat. I want you to do the actual work, because if you are cheating yourself. The 1 minute is over. Okay, and Yolanda is done. Who else is done? Okay, I see that a couple of you guys are done. Would you like to share what you have written? Is there somebody who would like to share? Please don't be afraid to share, because you might have somebody who has summarized it the same way as you did. Is there anyone who would like to share what they have written while others are still writing? Yolanda, would you like to share? Whatever you're comfortable with. You don't have to share the whole thing if you don't want to. So if you want to share 2 or 3 sentences, it's up to you. Okay, so I will unmute Yolanda.
Okay.
Yolanda?
Yes, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. And yourself?
I'm good, thanks. Okay, so you do mind sharing the whole thing. You don't want to share the whole thing.
It's okay. I can do that.
Okay, go for it.
So I said, speaking positively helps you find your strengths. If you talk positively, you improve your mindset daily. It is really important to say a positive phrase out loud every day.
Mm-hmm.
Picturing yourself in a positive light increases a positive mind as well. If you're feeling negative, it is a good thing to remind yourself of your past success. If a positive mindset ensures great performance, and don't dwell on the things you can't control and work on the things you can.
Well done. I think that's 7 already, right?
Yes.
Remember, they need to be 7. Well done. Okay, so now I want to ask you, did you write the title of the summary on top before you started writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and did you calculate the number of words that you wrote? You didn't. No, but it's okay this time around, because you don't have enough time to do that. But I just wanted to make sure that you are aware that you need to calculate the number of words when you are done.
Yes, ma'am.
Otherwise, brilliant work. Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you.
Is there someone else who would like to share? Tabile. Hi, Tabile.
Hello, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And how are you, ma'am?
I'm good, thanks. What do you have?
Ma'am, can I please read only the first 3 lines that I've written?
What happened to the rest? You are not confident
No,
about the rest?
I'm not confident about the rest.
Okay, it's fine.
Positive self-talk. Positive self-talk is about making yourself comfortable and using your mind in a way that you feel it is comfortable with you and decides how you're gonna distress.
Okay.
Making positive statements to yourself could make you distress, and as well as listening to positive music. Instead of negatively thinking about the outcomes of everything, rather think about the times that you succeeded in everything that you did, and rather than the negative things that you did. Thank you, ma'am, and that.
Well done, Tabile. You were doing so well. I think the rest of the other sentences will be fine as well, but thank you for sharing, okay? All right, guys. Okay, we can't all share, but I'm expecting, I know that we didn't have enough time, but I was expecting you guys to have something like this. If you are writing an exam, I would expect you to have something like this. Can you guys see what's on screen currently? Do you see my summary? If you can, just type yes. Okay, okay. All right. All right, so I would expect you guys, if we had enough time, to have something like this, okay? By something like this, I don't mean for you to summarize it exactly how it has been summarized here, but I mean in terms of making sure that on top you have the title of the summary, and then you have your points from 1 to 7. You have your points from 1 to 7, and you have, you know, proper sentences with a full stop at the end. I just want to show you how this was summarized quickly. Okay. All right. I hope you guys can see this. Right. So under quotation, this is like what was on the original text, and this was how it was summarized. Okay. If you look at point number 4, it says picture yourself in a positive light, okay? Instead of saying picture yourself, we said see yourself or visualize yourself in positive situations, okay? So picture has been changed into see or visualize, okay? Instead of saying in a positive light, we said in positive situations, okay? And look at number 7. Work on things work on things you can control. Do not stress about things you have no control over. So do you see how we have paraphrased number 7? Instead of saying work on things you can control, we said do not stress about things you have no control over. This still means the same thing. You can have a look at number 6 as well. Consider the bigger picture too. See the situation in perspective, or not how the situation affects you now. So this has been paraphrased as well. Remind yourself of past successes. Recall past situations in which you were successful. This has been paraphrased as well. Still means the same thing. All right, so as long as you remember, guys, that I said one of the techniques in writing a summary is to use synonyms, okay? So you can use you can use a different word that means exactly the same thing, okay? So instead of using beautiful, you can just use gorgeous, okay? But at the end of the day, they still mean the same thing, okay? and make use of paraphrasing as well. So if you manage to do those things, I'm pretty sure that your summary was fine. But just make sure as well that when you write your summary, it is according to what the instructions are saying, okay? As you can see here, I do have the number of words that I have written. The instructions said I must have 50 to 70 words, and I wrote 58, and then I make sure that I indicated that I have 58. So somebody asked me a question yesterday saying that what if you don't stick to the required number? So if you are being asked to write 70 words and then you write 75 or you write 80, so what's going to happen is that the person who will be marking you, they will calculate the numbers, and once they reach 70, they will stop marking from there. Everything else that you have after 70, they are not going to mark it. Even if you had some really important points, they are not going to consider them, okay? So that is what happens when you go overboard. So if you are told to write 50 words, just stick to 50 words, because if you write more than that, the extras won't be part of your summary. They won't be marked, okay? Right, that's the end of our lesson, guys. Thank you so much for your time. Is there anything that you would like me to go over that you don't understand? You can let me know. There's my email address. If you have any questions or if you would like any of the work that we have done today, you can just email me and I will send it to you. Otherwise, other than that, thank you so much. Enjoy your long weekend and I'll see you next week. Okay, bye.